Hey, what's up, guys? It's your favorite broker and host, Wayne Chappelle. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing why you should not become a real estate agent in 2020. So if this is something that interests you and you want to find out if you're on the cuff or the borderline, or you're on the fence of whether or not I should become a real estate agent, regardless of what market that you're in, what state, even what country. If this is something that interests you, stay tuned so you can find out. What's up, guys? It's your favorite broker and host, Wayne Chappelle. Wait, hold up. Time out, guys. Let's just get past the introduction. So this video is titled Why You Should Not Become a Real Estate Agent in 2020. And guys, quite honestly, I gotta have some real talk with you right now, because I run across, and let me just say this first. I've already put this out there in other videos that the real estate industry has a high dropout rate, right? I said it was the real estate dropouts. And in this video, hopefully those of you, right, I'm talking to my new agents or people thinking about getting into the business right here. So if this information doesn't pertain to you, or this doesn't fit your criteria, you can kind of skip past this video. But this is real talk that I'm going to be having with my newbies out there and people who are thinking about getting into the real estate industry, in the real estate business, whether it just be in business or in real estate sales, right? So this is going to apply to you. But here is why, and this is my argument of why you should not become a real estate agent in 2020. All right, so we're going to start off with the first thing. And now, as you guys know, if you've been following me and if you know a little bit about me up to this point, you know that I'm a multi-state licensed real estate broker. I do mentoring and coaching in my real estate business when I'm not doing sales production. But the reason that I'm even going over this topic right now is because I'm running into a lot of issues with new real estate agents coming into the business without these criteria, right? And I have 5 of them, but just keep in mind, this is not all encompassing. But if you don't have these, I'm sorry, you shouldn't become a real estate agent in 2020. So I'm going to jump right into this with number 1, right? Number 1 is you should not become a real estate agent in 2020 if you don't have a business plan. All right? If you don't have a business plan, it's critical. And I went over this in other videos. To put this in layman's terms, it's like having a GPS, right? If you don't have a GPS in your car, or you don't know where you're going, if you're old school like me and you had the map book that you'd pull out and navigate your way to where you had to go on a map, but in today's world, it's GPS, right? Your business plan is like your GPS. And if you don't have a business plan, it's going to be very difficult for you to get to where you need to go. It's going to be difficult for you to get to your destination, right? You're not going to be able to reach your destination, right? So, and like I said, in layman's terms, I'll give you a perfect example, right? If you're an agent and you have a prospect or a client that says, hey, can you meet me across town, right? They don't give you a specific address. They just say, hey, can you meet me across town, right? So, and they say time is of the essence, right? They want to, look at a property or what have you. And you hop in the car, you start driving over there, right? You don't have the destination yet, but you have an idea of where you need to go, right? You know you have to travel across town. That's the information that you have. And along the way, as you gather more and more information, right? This is AKA your business plan. You can reach your destination. But without a business plan, if somebody just says, hey, hop in your car and start driving, you're like, okay, where am I going? Am I going north? Am I going south? Am I going across town? Am I going uptown? Am I going downtown? You have no idea where you're going. It's the same thing without having a business plan. You jump into the business, which is real estate. You jump into the vehicle, and you turn the engine on, right? You got your license now, and you're ready to go. The engine's purring, and all right, let's make this happen. You jump into real estate, got your license. Now you have no idea where you're going. That's because you don't have a business plan. Business plan is crucial. If you don't have your business plan, you should not become a real estate agent in 2020. Second is your marketing plan, right? It is just as crucial as your business plan is your marketing plan, right? In today's digital age, in the tech society that we live in, your marketing plan is crucial. And it doesn't have to be this elaborate marketing plan, right? You have to, number one, build out your brand, right? You have to build brand awareness for what you do. And I have another video on that, and I spoke about this as well in other videos, but the video that I'm referring to is called, being a secret agent. Nobody knows who you are. You're a real estate professional, or you're a real estate licensee in the business. Nobody knows who you are because you don't have a marketing plan, right? You haven't put yourself out there for prospective clients and customers to be able to reach you. So you don't have a marketing plan. You don't have brand awareness going. And this is another critical piece of why you should not become a real estate agent in 2020, right? And the third one here is, basically, I talked about the brand awareness, but the other one is, and this one is very critical as well. It's, if you're not going to be relationship focused, right? Building relationships in today's world, in today's marketplace, you should not become a real estate agent in 2020, because what is going to be imperative for you as a new agent, right? Real estate, if you've heard anything about the business, right? We sell a product, which is real estate, right? But real estate is really about people and creating relationships, right? Because people know you, like you, trust you, they want to do business with you. And if you're not into building relationships and fostering and creating those relationships, you should not become a real estate agent in 2020. And a lot of folks got away with this in the past, where they just go out there and prospect and are really not building a relationship. And I give you a perfect example. Traditionally, what agents will do is they'll go out, they'll find a buyer or a seller who's ready, willing, and able to make a transaction happen, right? And if they're not, they, toss them to the side and go find somebody else, because there's ample amount of prospects out there that they can find who are ready, able, and willing to do something right here, right now, today. In this marketplace that we're in a hyper competitive marketplace. There's a lot of VC, venture capital, coming into this industry, coming into this space, where you have a lot of competition, right? And one key differentiator, which hasn't changed at all, right? The industry has changed, but one thing that hasn't changed is the ability to create relationships. If you do that, I can't foresee, but I don't believe there's anything with real estate that can stop you from becoming successful and staying successful if you are out there fostering and creating relationships, right? So if you're not into doing that in 2020, I'm sorry to say, you should not be, out here in 2020 becoming a real estate agent, right? I'm trying to save you some time and some effort if these are not your intentions, right? A lot of people coming into the real estate industry, into the real estate sales business to make a lot of money, which is true. There's so much potential in real estate. It's unreal. It's unfathomable right now, right? And if you look at perfect example, what's going on in the iBuyer space, right? iBuying is a fairly new concept in real estate, but it's been done before, right? But you have companies out here now that have a lot of VC, venture capital, that have really tapped into a source of, opportunity, right? So they are really gaining ground and gaining traction, because that opportunity was always there. Because obviously there's things that need to be fixed in the real estate industry, but that was an opportunity that has been tapped into and it's become mainstream now, right? So that's just one example, right? So what I want to get into next is my fourth one, right? So I gave you the three. I gave you having a business plan, having a marketing plan, relationship focus. If you're not doing any of these things, or if you don't have your marketing plan, your business plan, you're not relationship focused, you should not be becoming a real estate agent in 2020. Number four is multiple streams of income, right? This is critical. This is real important. And what I want to get into in describing this is really about scalability, right? It's about building out your business for the long term. And if you look at other companies and other brokerages out here who are successful in the business, they're doing what's called a trifecta, right? So, and this is nothing new. This has been going, I've been with a broker before and a firm before that had the trifecta. And what I mean by trifecta is they are marketing, selling the home, right? They're working with the buyers and sellers on that property, right? Making a commission. They are working with the paper, which is the loan product that's going to finance that transaction, right? So they're either some type of loan officer, loan broker, mortgage broker, what have you, where they're getting another stream of income off of that piece. And the third piece of the trifecta is title, right? Title companies, where you're the title company, the closing attorney, or you have a piece, of that pie, right? There are a lot of firms out there that are doing that, which is called a trifecta. A lot of major companies are doing it, and a lot of other companies now are getting into that because they realize that they have to create multiple streams of income to remain or become sustainable in the real estate industry, because it is hyper competitive now in the industry, right? It's always been hyper competitive between us brokers and agents, but now the industry as a whole is being hyper competitive due to disruptors that are coming into the industry. And, last but not least, my number 5 reason that you should not become a real estate agent in 2020 is if you do not intend to provide value, right? And I'll say this and preach this until I'm blue in the face, and I have other videos in regards to providing value. But if you're not providing value, like I said in my other videos, you're pretty much worthless. It's like a cubic zirconia and a real diamond, right? Where's the true value at? And it all is in perspective, right? If you have somebody looking for a cubic zirconia, yeah, you'll have some value to them, but the real value is in the diamond. So if you're not out here providing value, you should not become a real estate agent in 2020. So these are the key concepts that I have. I'll go over them once again, just so you have them down if you want to jot them down. Number 1, you need a business plan. I'll be doing another video on that, on how to do what I call is a napkin plan, right? It's basically writing your plan down on a napkin, or what I call is a 1-page business plan, right? It's not something that's crazy or hard to do. You can sit down and literally a couple of minutes and jot down some things so that you can have that GPS that I talked about in the beginning of the video. You may not have the destination of exactly where you want to go, but at least you'll have the idea of where to point yourself in the right direction so you can get started, right? Because time is of the essence. You want to move forward as quickly as possible, and you don't want to just be out there not knowing what you're doing. So number 1, you should not become a real estate agent in 2020 if you don't have a business plan. Number 2, if you don't have a marketing plan. Number 3, if you're not going to be customer focused, client focused, building relationships, fostering relationships in your business, you should not become a real estate agent in 2020. You're going to, I don't want to say you're going to fail, but you're not going to become successful if you don't implement that, right? So, and number 4 was multiple streams of income, right? In a hyper competitive field that we're in 2020 is not going to get any better as far as the competition and as far as disruptors coming into the industry. So you might as well get used to it. You might as well figure out how you can create multiple streams of income. Just real briefly, before I get into let me just go over number 5 real quick. So number 5 was about, providing value, which is ultimately the most important. But jumping back into multiple streams of income real quick, when you look at a home, right, there's a lot that goes on with that one transaction of, a buyer coming in, buying a home, the seller selling the home, which is the product. But, I talked about the trifecta where you have the real estate broker, right, who's making the commission off the sale. You have the loan officer, which may or may not be the same entity, right? They're making their commission off the sale. You have the title company or the closing attorney, they're making their revenue off the sale. You have the home inspector, right? They're making their revenue off the sale. You have your appraiser. The appraiser's making revenue off the sale. And there's a lot of other things, photographer, stager, all these other aspects to this one transaction. Now, obviously, it doesn't happen in all because you may have a cash buyer where there's no appraisal, no lender, but you get what I'm saying here. That one transaction spurs multiple opportunities to generate income from one transaction, one home sale. So that's what I'm referencing to when I talk about multiple streams of income. And also, there's also opportunity, working with, potential buyers that are trying to buy property, right? And, I do have another business where I'm engaged in that and helping buyers, work on their credit so that they can purchase homes and, move forward in that direction. But there's ways to make multiple streams of income. And if you're not doing that, in 2020, then you should not become a real estate agent. So again, my 5 are: have a business plan, have a marketing plan, relationship focused, multiple streams of income, and ultimately is providing value. And I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. I'm trying to rush and get this video done. I got an appointment coming up that I got to get to, but I did want to get this video out. It's important. I did just have a coaching consultation with one of the agents that I'm coaching, but it kind of sparked me into this video, so I wanted to put it out here real quick. But I am running across this problem with real estate agents not having a plan. And, they come to me for coaching and mentoring. And, obviously, I love to work with people, and I love to work with you guys and help you guys get some stability in your business. So if you don't have any of these, your marketing plan, business plan, and all of that, reach out to me. I love to work with you, love to help you. Like I said, I do sales, and I also do mentoring and coaching. So there you have it. I'm going to cut this video here, but before you go, please like, please subscribe, please provide your comments and feedback below. I truly appreciate it. I will continue building out this channel, Mentor Me Wayne, on YouTube, to provide value to you guys and to go over topics and discuss situations and scenarios and whatever you guys want to discuss, really. I just need your feedback and comments below so I can tailor my videos to accommodate you guys. So with that being said, guys, go out there, have a blessed day. Go out there, make it happen, and I will see you guys on the next video.